This is GerotheHero, and this is my review of Magical Girl Raising Project Episode 11. So it's continuing the fight from the last episode where Cranberry was versus Tama and Swim Swim, and they're hiding, but Cranberry can easily hear them with their sound powers. And Swim Swim tries to attack, but it doesn't work, just because Cranberry's super powerful and she knows exactly where she's going to strike. And she finds out right away that Swim Swim's weakness is that she can be affected by light and sound. If she can hear or see her, then she can attack. And she uses that right away and does like some kind of new attack that we've never seen. It's like a sound bomb. Manages to knock her out and take her out of her magical form. And we see that, she is a little kid. And while this is happening, Tama sneaks up behind her and attacks. And at first it looks like it didn't do anything, but we forget that Tama's power is to make a hole in anything. And you wouldn't think that Tama, being as nice as she is, put a hole into Cranberry, and it actually kills her. And you're just like really surprised that, Cranberry didn't make it to the last battle, that she just gets blown away really easily. So then Tama tries to go help Swim Swim, and at this point she probably shouldn't have trusted her, but she's too nice. And of course, because Tama saw her in her normal form, she decides that she's going to kill Tama just because of that. And all the time, Tama's trying to reassure her, and she's like, trying to say, it's nice that you're younger than me, blah, 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 and all this stuff, and she just decapitates her. And it's just a petty reason for her to destroy her, basically. And of course, we get the backstory right after she dies. How that basically she was ignored by everybody. She didn't really do well in school. She wasn't really good at sports or anything. And the only person that actually cared about her was her grandma, that basically told her, despite what you say, you're a very nice person, and people should just, everybody has their different things that are good about them. But unluckily, of course, the grandma dies, and then she feels like she has no one. And then we have a little scene of her with Ruler, and Ruler's explaining like how to be a magical girl, and she writes up this little book for her. And unluckily, Tama can't even really read that because there's certain kanji she doesn't understand. So then, Ruler has to help her with that. And then, of course, we go back to what happened, and we find out that Ripple's trying to go and help Snow White. Unluckily, I have a feeling that's going to be Ripple's downfall, because she's going to be the next person that's basically Snow White's shield. But you can tell she's getting really fired up because she remembers, and she's starting to kind of see Top Speed like a ghost haunting her, telling her all this stuff, and that, now that I'm not here, I can't stop you from doing what you're going to do. And it's really sad because we get a little flashback that she brought her dead body to the husband. And you can tell she's still broken up by it, and all she wants now is revenge against Swim Swim. And she's explaining this to Snow White, but of course Snow White's too nice, and she figures that she shouldn't be doing that, but no one's going to stop her at this point. She's at a breaking point, and she's going to go take on Swim Swim. And we also have a little scene where Fave basically explains that now that Cranberry's gone, Swim Swim is the new master. And he tries to explain the rules, but pretty much Swim Swim ignores him. And what's funny is that because of that, Fave feels like he got ignored, so he's going to go share Swim Swim's weakness to Ripple and Snow White. And of course that fires up even more Ripple to go and attack Swim Swim. basically gives her the weakness. But in the same respect, Fave is also telling or spurning on Swim that she needs to show her strength. So it's just going to be an all-out battle. So the battle will probably be between Ripple and Swim. I have a feeling that Snow White's not going to probably interfere at all. Maybe if Ripple dies, I don't know. I have a feeling that maybe these people from the magic world may pick Snow White just because she hasn't dirtied herself with any kind of evil. She hasn't killed anybody. So that might be the reason that they select her. But it's also kind of strange because how are we going to get an explanation of what happens? Are we going to just basically get a cliffhanger and it's going to allude to a second season? Are we going to get any kind of explanation of why this contest was made? Because obviously the first one wasn't really violent until the end. We'll have to see what happens with that rabbit's foot that's supposed to be lucky. Will Snow White basically use it to save Ripple or to save herself? And then who's going to basically die out of all of them? We'll have to see. It's probably going to be a crazy, crazy battle right off the bat. We'll have to see. Unless we get some kind of backstory of everybody. So I'm looking very forward to the next episode. We'll have to see how they wrap this up and if they do announce like a second season at the end of it. So like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.